Have you ever met someone who seemed very good at first, but later you realized they were not actually that good? And sometimes the opposite also happens. Someone may seem very ordinary, but inside them there is extraordinary honesty and a good heart. So, the question is, how can you understand whether a person is actually good or bad? How will you understand this? Because a person cannot be understood just by looking at their face. A person can be understood by their words, behavior, character, and how they treat others. In today's video, I will tell you 7 clear signs by seeing which you will very easily understand what a person is really like. And the sign near the end of the video is the most important, so watch the entire video carefully. 1. How he treats people. The easiest way to understand a person's character is how he behaves with people. Does he respect weak people? Or does he behave politely only in front of powerful or wealthy people? The person who treats poor, weak, or subordinate people with respect as well is usually the one who is truly good. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The best among you are those who have the best character." Sahih Bukhari, Hadith number 3559. That means a person's true goodness is revealed through his character. 2. Does he speak badly about others behind their back? Another big sign to understand a person is, does he speak badly about others in their absence? A person who always looks for others' faults, backbites, and spreads slander usually is not a good person, because a good person tries to cover others' faults, not expose them. 3. Does his behavior change when there is personal interest? There are many people who behave very well when they have an interest, but when that interest ends, the relationship also ends. This type of person does not take very long to recognize. A good person stands beside people not for personal interest, but because they are human. 4. Does he keep his word? One of the biggest signs of a person's honesty is, does he keep his word? If he makes a promise and fulfills it, then you will understand that he is trustworthy. But the person who repeatedly breaks his word and breaks promises cannot easily be trusted. 5. Does he admit his mistakes? One big characteristic of a good person is he can admit his own mistakes, but a bad person usually tries to hide his mistakes and shifts the blame onto others. A person who understands his mistakes and wants to correct them is actually a person of noble character. 6. Does his behavior change when he gets power? There is a famous saying, if you want to truly know someone, give them power. When a person gains power, their real character becomes visible. If he gains power and then oppresses others or becomes arrogant, then it should be understood that there is a problem inside him. But if he remains humble even with power, then he is truly a good person. 7. Does he help others? Finally, the most important matter. What a person is like can be understood by whether he helps people. A person who takes every opportunity to help people and tries to reduce people's suffering, he is certainly a good person. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The best among people is the one who is most beneficial to people." In today's society, many times people judge others by appearance, status, or social media image. But the reality is, looking good on social media is easy, but being a good person in real life is difficult. So, before judging someone, look at their character, behavior, and how they treat people. Remember, a person should not be judged by his words, but by his actions. And the most important matter is, before trying to understand whether others are good or bad, we should also think about ourselves. Am I myself a good person? Is my behavior good for others? Because society will become beautiful only if each of us tries to make our own character beautiful.